Good morning, dear students. Hope you all are fit and fine. Dear students, today we will discuss next half of active passive voice. So students, let's begin with the past continuous tense participle. Yes students, in active voice, form of the verb which is given to you, that is was or were plus present participle, means first form plus ing. For example, I was writing a letter. Now students, when we want to change this into passive voice, बेटा जब हम इसको passive voice में change करने, then students what should we do? Students, we use was or were plus being, B-E-I-N-G. Okay, was or were according to subject plus being plus past participle. For example, students, a letter was being written by me. The next one, students, she was ironing her clothes. Now students, how can we change? Her clothes were being ironed by her. Okay, look at this sentence carefully again, students. He was writing a letter. He, subject, was writing, verb form, then a letter, its object. Students, when we want to change this into passive voice, but जब इसको passive voice में convert करना है, then a letter, it will become subject. Okay, though a letter, then use helping verb was being. Okay, a letter was being, then use third form of the verb, that is written. A letter was being written by him. Okay, like this students, we can do a letter was being written by him. Then students, next one, present perfect tense. Students, when we talk about present perfect tense, then students, in active voice, form of the verb is given, that is has or have. Okay, has or have plus past participle. For example, students, you have won a prize. They have built the bridge. Now students, when we want to change this into passive voice, the students, what should we do? Better, we should use has or have plus been. Okay, means has been or have been. Okay, then past participle should be there. Okay, has or have plus been plus past participle. For example, you have won a prize. Here, how can we convert it? A prize has been won by you. The next one, students, they have built the bridge. The bridge has been built by them. Okay, now students, look at this sentence carefully. He has stolen my wristwatch. Here, he, subject, has stolen, verb form, then my wristwatch, its object. Now students, how can we change my wristwatch? It will become subject in the passive voice. Okay, how can we change, students? My wristwatch, then use has plus been. Okay, my wristwatch has been stolen by him. Like this, students, we can change. I am going to tell you again. My wristwatch has been stolen by him. Okay, like this we can convert this sentence. Now students, let's move on to the past perfect tense. Students, when we talk about active voice, the students, form of the verb is which we use, that is had, H-A-D. In present perfect it's has or have, but in past perfect it had plus past participle. For example, he had never visited Mumbai before. Now students, when we want to change this into passive voice, the students, we use had plus been. Okay, had plus been plus past participle. For example, Mumbai had never been visited by him before. Hari had already solved all the sums. It's active voice. The students, when we want to change this in passive voice, the students, what should we do? We can write down like this, students. All these sums had already been solved by Hari. Okay. Now students, look at this sentence carefully. He had stolen my pen. एक्टिव वॉइस। और बेटा जब आपको इसको कन्वर्ट करना है पैसिव में तो बेटा क्या करेंगे, ऑब्जेक्ट को आप सब्जेक्ट में चेंज कर देंगे। मीन्स माई पेन जो है ऑब्जेक्ट जो है एक्टिव वॉइस का वो किस में चेंज हो जाएगा, पैसिव वॉइस के सब्जेक्ट में। सो हियर स्टूडेंट्स वी कैन राइट ऑन माई पेन, देन यूज हेल्पिंग वर्ब हैड plus been. Okay, we use had been. My pen had been stolen by him. Okay, like this we can write my pen had been stolen by him. Okay, then students let's talk about future perfect tense. Students, in active voice form of the verb which is given to us here, that is will or shall plus have plus third form. Okay, will or shall plus have plus third form. For example, he, subject, will have, form of the verb, then posted the letter. So students, how can we convert into passive voice? We can use will or shall plus have plus been. Okay, remember will or shall plus have plus been plus third form. For example, the letter will have been posted by him. Okay, we can convert it like he will have posted the letter. It's active voice. Then students, when we want to change this in passive one, then students, how can we write? The letter will have been posted by him. Okay, then students, next one, the police will have caught the terrorist. Then how can we change? The terrorist will have been caught by the police. Okay, like this students, we can change these type of sentences. Let's move on to the interrogative sentences now. Students, interrogative sentences are formed in two ways. First, which are beginning with some auxiliary like is, am, are, was, were, has, have, or some modal auxiliary like will, shall, okay, or do, does, did. Okay, then students, second one beginning with question words. Question words means interrogative pronouns like who, what, when, why, where, how, etc. Now students, when we want to change active into passive and suppose it's present in definite tense, then students, some points are here which we should remember in all these interrogative sentences. That is, students, put helping verb before the subject. Okay, put helping verb before the subject and past participle after it. For example, students, put is, am, are बिफोर द सब्जेक्ट. बेटा जब हमें प्रेजेंट इंडेफिनिट टेंस है तो बेटा हमें कैसे इन्फॉर्म करना है, इंटेरोगेटिव सेंटेंस कैसे फॉर्म करना है, हाउ पुट इज एम आर बिफोर द सब्जेक्ट. सब्जेक्ट से पहले बेटा हम क्या यूज़ करेंगे, इज एम आर अकॉर्डिंग टू सब्जेक्ट. ओके, देन आफ्टर इट स्टूडेंट्स पास्ट पार्टिसिपल शुड बी देयर. फॉर एग्जाम्पल स्टूडेंट्स वी कैन टेक दिस एग्जाम्पल, डू आई रीड अ बुक. डू, it's form of to do. Okay, do I read a book. Now students, how can we change this interrogative sentence into passive? It's active one, active voice. Then how can we change in passive students? Do I read a book. Is a book read by me. Okay, is a book read by me. First of all, helping verb is. Okay, then subject, a book. Then third form of the verb, is a book read by me. And in last students, put the sign of interrogation, or we can say put a question mark. Okay, like this students we can change, is a book read by me. Now students, look at this example again carefully. Where do you see him? Where do you see him? Now students, if WH word like where, what, when, okay, students, if WH word forms part of the subject, or we can say acts as subject, then students it will not undergo any change. तो बेटा हम इसमें कोई भी change नहीं करेंगे. For example students, where do you see him? Here students, how can we convert this sentence? Where. Okay, we will start it with where. We will not do any change in this word. Where is he seen by you? Okay, where is he seen by you? And in last, students, put a question mark. Then students, next one, who teased you? Who teased you? Now students, remember that who changes into by whom. बेटा who को हम किस में change करते हैं? By whom. And whom is changed into who. Okay, whom is changed into who, and who changes into by whom. So students, how can we convert who teased you? Now, how can we change it? By whom were you teased? Okay, by whom were you teased? Like this, students, we can convert it. Next, students, am I not reading a book? Am I not reading a book? Then how can we convert, students, this sentence? Here we can write down is. First of all, use helping verb is, then subject. Is a book, then verb is a book not being read by me. Okay, is a book not being read by me. Now students, next one, the farmers were sowing the seeds. Now students, it's an example of past continuous. So students, how can we convert it? The seeds were being sown by the farmers. Okay, the seeds were being sown by the farmers. But students, when we want to change an interrogative sentence, then students, first of all, use helping verb. Okay, use helping verb before the subject. Suppose students, have you eaten the bread? Then how can we convert, students? We can write down like this. Has, then subject. Okay, has the bread been eaten by you? Okay, has the bread been eaten by you? And in last, students, put a sign of question mark. In this way, students, we can change active voice into passive one. Now students, try to understand how can we change active voice into passive one. That's all for today, students. Thanks and have a nice day.